Jim Shaw is a busy man come football season. He's an official for the Big Ten during the fall, and in the spring, he continues officiating with high school lacrosse. We had a chance to shadow the 10-year lacrosse official to know his story and see how he deals with certain circumstances in a game. He is this month's Star in Stripes.
Both teams, I think, have played pretty well given the circumstances. Here, St. Francis scoring. It's coming right out from behind.
A lot of the friends I have from doing football for about 30-some years, we're doing lacrosse. My son played baseball through college. He actually married a girl who played women's lacrosse, and he said, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to take the football officiating class. Are you interested in taking the men's lacrosse?" And I said, "Sure." So that's how I kind of got into it, because he was taking a class, I was taking a class. First lacrosse game I ever seen was his freshman year in college when he played baseball, and his girlfriend was actually playing lacrosse. But a lot of the friends I've had from football do lacrosse and football both. A friend of mine was leaving work one day, and he said, "I'm taking this football officiating class." And it happened to be at the University of Toledo, the Continuing Ed Center, which was taught by Don Dart. So Don Dart, first day of class, we walk in there, and he says, "There's only 10 rules, but there's a bunch of exceptions." So you have all these sections, exceptions. So that was really my first introduction to any type of officiating. Never thought of officiating whatsoever when I played the sport, played through college. And that is one of the things that we're trying to encourage people to do. Become part of the program, become part of the sport, and it allows you to continue on. And it's a great camaraderie of all the officials. And I think it's an opportunity for people to give back. And also, there's a huge need for officials.
Beyond sticks getting more slippery, your vision's going to be tougher as the rain comes down harder. Seems to be lightening up a bit, but boy, at the time of the opening face-off, it was coming down hard.
Generally speaking, if we see lightning, we work with administration. There's a 30-minute delay from the last strike or thunder. And we'll look for a secure place to put all the players and coaches, and then we'll stay in touch with administration, the officials, and both coaches, and decide, okay, do we want to hang out, see if we can play this a little bit later. And our goal today is to get started. If we have a delay in the action, we can come back, because from looking at the news, it appears that the weather's going to go by. It's much better now. We did gear up with our weatherproof pants, layers, and yeah, it feels pretty good.
So how do you think the game's going so far?
Pretty good. Hard-fought battle. We got a rivalry here, so 8-5. Yeah, they're playing pretty good.
And they knocked the St. John's player down, and some temper rising, and 2 flags fly.
There's a few flags here and there. I'm just trying to keep the game under control, and myself and fellow officials here. Yeah, we're going to make sure we're good.
17 seconds.
Yeah.
First one locked in. After that,
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And then white goes another 30.
Yep, and white, unless there's a goal.
Any game that you're officiating, that really is the most exciting game that day. Whether it's the small kids, the high school kids, the college kids, they all have their unique flavors. But when the game starts, it's just a lacrosse game. It's just a football game. No matter if you're in a Big Ten stadium or in a high school stadium or in the CYO fields. So yeah, the big differences really are related to experience. And the more experience you have, the more education and resources that are available, really. I would say if there's any one way I can tell someone if they're interested, there's a website you could plug it in, and it's sayyes2officiating.com. It's the National Association of Sports Officials advertises that, but it's sayyesofficiating.com.
Stars in Stripes is brought to you by Midas, where you'll find the expertise you need to take care of your car. From brakes to tires to oil and everything else, trust the Midas touch.